God is the first artist. You know, he created us, and to think that he allows his creation to also create is very cool to be a part of.
Rewrite. New life, new beginning.
Hey, I'm Jonathan with the Light FM, and John Allan, man, welcome. We are glad to have you join us, and dude, this is a first for you, isn't it?
I am so happy to be with you. Yes, first time.
This is cool. So tell me, first off, I'll start here. Tell me a little bit about you, because you're I'm from East Coast, you're West Coast. Tell me about yourself, man.
I live in Southern California. Yeah. I have an awesome wife. Mm-hmm. I'm having my first baby at the end of July.
Amazing.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
I am so honored to be alive, and I love Disneyland.
So tell me more. Tell me about Disneyland. So West Coast Disneyland.
Yeah.
So is there a special connection to that?
I grew up going to the park.
Yeah.
I believe it is very special.
Yeah.
I go there to dream. I go there to be inspired.
Yeah.
My wife and I go every week, sometimes once and sometimes 3 times.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, we just go there to pray and to just have a good time.
Yeah. That's amazing. So you show up, do you just bring like a journal to write songs, or I mean, how do you? What do you do?
So I'll use my notes app.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll hum, make a little voice memo. But I just think it's beautiful, and people fly to be a part of the park, and we live down the road, and so we're always there eating, sitting on benches, laughing.
Yeah.
Sometimes Chris cries. My wife always sheds tears just when she's happy or sad, but usually they're happy tears at Disney. And so we have a good time.
So this has been something in your entire life.
Yeah.
Disney's okay. So do you have a favorite character? Oh, or is it multiple?
It's Mickey.
Mickey, all the way. Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, my favorite character is probably Walt. But I see so much of Walt in Mickey, and he's the OG, and so you got to salute him.
That's so good. So your wife, how did you meet your wife?
I grew up with her brother, and she is the older sister. And so when I was a freshman in high school, she was a senior. But then when we got older, in our 20s, we started talking more. And I thought, wow, you're Eric's sister.
Yeah.
This is so special. And now we're married.
That's awesome. So a childhood friend becomes your brother-in-law.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be at holiday meals just laughing. Like, dude, who thought, man?
You remember that time?
Yeah. And now I'm holding his kid. It's like, my niece, which is wild.
That's cool. So getting into music, I know music is a big part of your story.
Yeah. So I grew up in a very safe home. My parents are awesome, faith-filled, in love with the Lord, but also not legalistic. So we always had a lot going on with art. So, I remember watching the Oscars when I was very young. I would record it every single year, and I would listen to music. My parents always had 80s music on in the house, and just super thankful to have that upbringing where there were like no boundaries or limits on art in our home. And it was always encouraged. And so the music thing just happened organically. I grew up playing sports. I was never good, wrong word. I was never passionate about, but I love sports now.
Yeah.
So my mom thought, you know what, maybe we'll try music. So they put me in piano lessons. And I remember falling in love with the Lord through music. And I remember sitting at the piano just realizing, hey, there's something special happening in this note. There's something living in it, and it's his presence. So kind of been chasing after him through sound for years now.
That's cool. That's awesome. So how old were you when you say wrote your first song, or just it came to life for you for the first time? Is there that moment you remember? Or?
Probably 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Just, with melodies and just knowing that something special could come out of music. And my parents always encouraged the Lord. And, I am all about God and church. And so to think that people can encounter him through something he made, music, very special to be a part of. I always think, I'm like, dude, God is the first artist. He hung the planets. He created us, and to think that he allows his creation to also create is very cool to be a part of. So that's what I'm down to do.
Yeah. I often mention that to my kids. He's the creator of creativity. I mean, he's the source. He started it all. So.
Yeah, man. I think imagination was his idea.
Yeah.
Wonder is his idea. And that's why I love Disneyland, because you look at what started as a dream for Walt became a reality for others to find joy in. And I find that with songs, he plants it in here, allows it to come out, and then through that people can encounter something special. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. So, do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, I play guitar, bass, synths, keys. Whatever needs to happen. Glory to God.
Let's see what this happens. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drums? Have you tried the drums?
Yeah,
yet?
for sure.
All right.
A little rusty, but for sure can vibe out, make it happen.
So an instrument you haven't tried yet that you really want to pick up?
Well, I have a lot of violin and strings in my music because I'm just drawn to it. I think growing up in the theater world, I was never in plays, but I grew up going to a lot of plays, and so having just strings, I think violin would be cool, but usually it's MIDI, I have a song called Long Live the King, and we tracked a bunch of MIDI strings and then sent it out for, real cats to bang out on. And
That's
so
awesome.
Good times.
That's cool. I know Living God is at radio. We're playing it on the Light FM. And tell us a little bit about the story behind that, or just the meaning behind that for you.
Thank you for your kindness towards the song, and thank you for playing it. Super pumped on it. I love Living God. It came out of a writing session with Kyle Williams and Benji. And, we sat down and we're just kind of dreaming about how awesome the Lord is. And I think with Living God, we serve a mighty King who is powerful and in the details. And that's, what other God? There's only one, but there's a lot of gods that people talk about here on this earth. And I'm like, man, I want to be on this guy's side, the Most High, Yahweh. And so Living God is kind of this statement of, hey, never box in the miracle worker. Never box in the sea splitter. Think about Moses, man. What looked impossible, the water not opening up, God, boom, here we go. Raising the dead, healing the sick. And so I think at the opening line, I want to touch the robe that heals the sick. I'm not saying that we are the person in that story, but I'm saying I want that type of faith that never stops reaching for God to say, hey, I believe you can heal even when it looks impossible. I want the voice that speaks deliverance. I want to rest my head on Jesus' chest, meaning I want that intimacy in the midst of him being all-knowing and all-powerful. And then going into just declaring, Living God, there is no other beside you. Living God, there is no other I bow to. And then I love verse 3, where it's kind of like the sanctification section. I want to praise you every chance I get. I want to sing until there's nothing left. Just meaning, hey, I want to walk with you forever, not just a seasonal faith or a faith that lasts one chapter. I want the whole book, And so I love Living God, and I love how it sounds. I'm so proud of it, and super good times.
It's like a great song for the summer. It's like jump in the car and just crank it and have some fun.
Just slamming in the pool.
Yeah, man.
Pool ball, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Totally. Well, and you're talking about, it's not just singing to a living God. It's just that relationship that's there. It's a living relationship.
Yeah, man. And I think that's my heart for the song. I want people to rediscover how awesome the Lord is. He's not this legalistic, crazy person. He's a tender, mighty King who's the first creative, and that's worth living for.
Yep. So you're launching out something brand new because you lead worship at your church, as well, and you're stepping out and creating your own music.
Yeah, man.
Bringing it out to a larger audience and things like that. What's your dream? What's your prayer? What's your passion? from here on out, the launch point?
My prayer is that the music God allows me to make would help people see him. I'm going to create till I'm dead. Like, I mean, and that's what we say back home. Like, the only thing really stopping us is death. And even that's not stopping us because we have eternal life. But my point is, like, the Lord plants the passions that he has for our lives in us. And so, you know, for me, I'm very honored that he has planted artistic expression in my heart. But it's not for me. Like, even with Living God, this song is for people who want to connect with it. And that's how I look at the music. I really don't do it for like my own gain. I want people to grab onto it as like, a flotation device in the water and to see him through it. So my prayer going forward is to go as hard as possible. And in that people would see his heart and his light through the art.
This is Rewrite, Stories of New Life in Jesus. I'm Jonathan Unthank. If you'd like to join a community of listeners who enjoy hearing the life stories of Christian music artists and influencers, then join the Rewrite text group by texting the word Rewrite, that's REWRITE, to 81891. That's Rewrite, REWRITE, to 81891. But more importantly, if you'd like to dig deeper into what a relationship with Jesus looks like, you can begin that journey today by texting his name, Jesus, to that same number, 81891. God bless you, and join me next time for another episode of Rewrite.